Welcome back to Rule the Waves. So, last time I messed around with the shipbuilder for far too long and moved us on to pretty much May 1901. The game sorry. The game finishes in 1925, so I've got plenty of time. Hey, and the San Diego has finished work up. And yeah, random scene problems as I'm having to use a screen catcher as opposed to my normal fraps. Because this game is too old for fraps to recognise. Well, it's not too old, it's brand new, but the design is. So yeah, I'd love to know what the Andromeda class is. Let's have a look at the almanac. So, yeah, I can't find any information apart from the fact that Britain has got 4 armoured cruisers in building 1, 12 light cruisers in building 2. If I hadn't just put myself into Hog. And the Arizona's worked up. Hooray! And oh, that's pretty sad. Italy's increased naval budget. I'm not getting that many events. Explosive shells. Oh, French are having trouble figuring out how a 6-foot rangefinder works. Someone else has stolen. Of course. Double bottom. That won't help, because I have to build a new ship. See, I'm more worried about the British bit that going up. I want to keep that low for a bit longer. My fleet's far too small. Could now build coastal submarines. If I had the money, I would. As is, I'm probably going to have to pause the construction of the Huntington for a while. I was hoping to get something that I could use to boost my that's going up quick. Might save me on machinery. Russian battleships got a speed of 19 knots, 29 knots for their new destroyer. Baffled by the face hardening. Look at those baffled faces. Gradual rate of fire. We've got power rammers, AP penetration, stuff like that's good because it doesn't, interfere with your setup. If you get better shells, you can bet better shells on any ship. Better ship stuff gets a bit more expensive. Right. The Canada's Potemkin will be commissioned. Right, I need better spies. Really, give me 2 different dates for the same ship. Not great. Oh, okay. My next battleship's going to be amazing. Right, so here we've got something. I can go for a prestigious score, or I can try and lower tensions, but this is Italy. I can take Italy. Plus, I need to show you some battles, or we'll get bored and wandered off. Buffalo by side drums. Dead end with a pneumatic in back. Okay, that last one at least sounds like they can be baffled about it. Side drums, isn't it just welding drums to the side? Who knows? So, what do you recommend? Do we support Russia? Which increases tension. Support the rebels. Increases tension with Russia. We can lose prestige by peace. Help Russians restart the rebels. I'm going to support rebels just because, I'm America and we're freedom against Russia. The Russians want more armoured cruisers. Yeah, see, they've seen that the Sherman class is coming. You see, we're slowly getting an increase in budget just because there's like yearly growth. So America starts off relatively poor, but will overtake Britain by 1925. I said that, didn't I? I can increase tension, or I can lose budget. Yeah, 10th International says you can't cut my budget, you'll regret it. See, we know how the 6-foot rangefinder works. Yeah, it's 6 foot. Okay, so the unrest level's now gone up to 3. That's not a problem, you can afford that. So, you can see these lines are basically just how people move around. And the rebellion continues. Yes, I'm happy with that. No. No. Yes, increased budget. See, this is how it works. Although I've now got 2 to 3 people who kind of don't like me. So I'm going to have to be careful with this. And we have oil. That's going to make such a big difference. Why does that make a big difference? Because we can now do more efficient oil building ships. Which, this is a wonderful thing. The Sherman's not even finished yet. And it's now outdated. All my ships are now outdated because they're coal burners. Tension, tension, double tension. Yeah, it's impossible. Deplorable, it seems impossible. Let's just. Yeah. Russians increase naval spending. Wing turrets. Excellent. The next battleship's going to be much better. Increasing sub reliability. I actually need to build some subs. That reminds me. I can afford to build 5 subs, I think. Oh, the Baltic States are independent. That's going to be a blow to Russia. Oh, you morons. I'm going to take the prestige hit. We cannot go to war with Britain. We're sorry. Didn't mean to shoot, especially if you're laying down a new battleship. It's still 7 months to my armoured cruisers already. I probably should have built 5 subs at once. Oh, the Rochester's just been blown up. Well, that'll solve some of my funding problems. Italy. I'm sorry, we're going to have to go to war with Italy. Okay, so Italy is blowing up warships and stealing technology. Those feisty Italians. They've learned how to damage control their ships. Right. We don't have any bases in the Med. But we do have some long-range ships. So I can send these 2 stitched to raiders. Which is fine. That should do us good. I may actually put all my San Francisco classes onto raiders. Because they're long-range ships, they should be able to go at a good distance. Oh, and now I need to set some of my older destroyers to I need 5. Coastal patrol. So we're now patrolling our coast. We've got some ships out raiding. Casual shell damage. I'm wondering if I should try saying a fleet into the Mediterranean. Don't have any bases there, that's the problem. This is going to be quite a dull war by the looks of it. More weight saving on armour. Yes! Okay, so we've stopped 2 Italian raiders with a rally in the Cincinnati. But we've managed to sink some of theirs, so we have the first victory points on the board. Can I accelerate the construction on these two? I really need them in so I can actually get to war. Only the Navy can win this war. You don't want to go fighting in Italy, really. You don't want to go fighting in Italy. Side drums. Oh, we lost 10 victory points there. We need more ships in the Caribbean, it's obvious. Olympia doing well. They're having financial difficulties. I am also having financial difficulties. Let's hold construction on all these submarines for now. Normal base construction. There we go. I told you not to go fighting in Italy, didn't I? I told you not to go fighting, but no, no. Ooh. I need some better ships in the. Need ships in the Med to begin with. Yeah, better 9, 3, and our 5 minutes are better. Right. What if I send the... Let's just try this. Hopefully it won't go too badly. Move these two to the Mediterranean as well. Of course there's a design flaw in the Sherman. San Francisco thinks an Italian ship. And they've been interred. Okay. So I'm hoping we'll get the San Francisco back after this. We're fighting a long-range war. The problem is our merchant ships are out in the Med. Italy's is not. So the Brooklyns and Chicago have reached the Med. I'm not sending my battleships out. I need to build some new light cruisers. I need them to be long-range ships. Or extreme-range ships, actually. They're not going to be light cruisers if they're that. That's the problem, because this is still set to large numbers of stupid numbers of small guns. There we go. More like it. Going to drop the belt armor down to 4. These are going to be extreme range tin cans. I expect these to explode pretty easily. We have to clear all the superstructure as well, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Anyway, put 8 inches on, forward, wing, wing, aft. Right, she's massively overdone. Let's delete the wing turrets. I think you forget stuff like that. Drop her speed a little bit. And she's not when she needs a large amount of ammo. Let's go for single, forward and aft. Still probably got far too much armour on this thing. Let's take it down to 2 inches, 1.5 on the deck. Conning tower, oh, conning tower doesn't need more than 1.5 of armour up there. 1.5. Yeah, put 2 inches on there. Right, now I've actually got some spare. So let's try forward, aft, port, starboard wing, double turrets. So it actually needs to be 9 inches. Protected cruiser armoured screen. Well, that saves a lot of armour. Okay, so I can't have 8 inch. Okay, it's only a 10% reduction in rate of fire. Double wing turrets, less than 7 inches is shift one. So I've got to remove the wings. That's fine. Put 6 inch secondaries in as well. She's not going to be the greatest. Let's see if we can squeeze a couple more knots out of her. I'll save that weight anyway. Okay, secondary turrets aren't going to work, but if we put them in casemates. Alright. So, that's not too bad. 4 8-inch guns, 10 7-inch guns on turrets at the side, 23 knots, extreme range, colonial service, normal accommodation. Let's just deal with the superstructure and funnels. So I'm only going to give her 2 funnels. But superstructure 1. Just going to run all the way down here. Actually, it's going to look ugly if I do that. Structure 2. Like that. Superstructure 3 should be on a little 4. Line, superstructure 3. Actually, I do need just a box around me turrets. There we go. Not the prettiest ship. Actually, I'm going to redo Stupid Structural 1 because that does look ugly. That's a bit better. Right. So yes, I'm using generals for all my ships. And I'm going to want 3 of these. Yeah, that still gives me enough to actually probably build a couple of, get my submarines back into action. Right. Not bad, not bad. Another 10 victory points, another 5 victory points. Oh, they've lost one of their cruisers, which is good for me. We need bases in the Mediterranean. Hopefully we can win this war, and then Sherman's finished. Huntington's finished. Total hoist. Strike a balance. Another Italian ships. Right. The Russians have already got too few. How are those ships in the Mediterranean doing? Wacky on radar. Move you to the Caribbean. Okay, so the war's settling down. That's fine. We can start a revolution. Yeah, let's risk it. I could start a revolution in America, but we had one over 40 years ago. It wasn't that bloody. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, of course, now central firing systems available on all ships. Ah, see, Italy's starting to crack. Open design for rebuild. Central firing. Right, okay. That's a ridiculous amount of armour in those turrets anyway. Right. Basically, what I'm doing here is redesigning the Oklahoma classes to allow me to take. I've got a better firing control system now, but the old ships don't have it. I'm not going to be building a battleship for a little while by the looks of it, so I may as well get the Oklahomas going. And I'll only send one out for reconstruction. Oh, because that's quite expensive. You have 5. Okay, so we need another destroyer onto coastal patrol. That's fine. May actually add an extra. Brooklyn sinks a ship, Chicago sinks 2 ships. We lose 1 ship. We're winning this, just slowly. I can only afford to continue the current construction rate for one more month. Chicago thinks 2 more. Yes. Okay, now we have the thing where I'm going to have to halt construction on the Oklahoma. Until all these subs come out. Brooklyn sinks, so Chicago gets 3. New York stops Raiders. I'm looking what to see. Oh, Colonial, yeah. I'm going to move you out to the west coast, I think. Hey! Better 9-inch guns. Our submarine sink a ship. The Brooklyn 2, the Chicago sinks 1. And the Rallies intercepted an Italian raider. Right. We're actually going to get a bit of a battle. So, I can't actually control my ship for now, but this is the Rally, which is one of the Cincinnati class. Could be better. But hopefully, unknown ship sighted. Go to maximum speed and begin chase. So, the way this works is, it works in increments of 1 minute turns. So I can hit 5 here, or I can press it on the keyboard, which is what I'm going to do. Wherever this ship is, it's moving pretty fast, but we're closing on it. So I want to bring up my to destroyer, which means it's massively outclassed against the Rally. Or Riley. Don't care. 50% fuel's fine. So you can't choose what ships you send into this. This is one of the faults of the game. Not really a fault, but I'm just going to start this running because this is going to be slow otherwise. So it's a Nino Bixo class. It's actually a light cruiser. I need to adjust my course slightly, but hopefully we'll be catching up with her. She's only doing 20 knots and we're doing 22, so we're gaining on her at a rate of 2 knots. So we're in range now, so hopefully next if I hit 1, we've begun firing at her. The Nino Bixo class is 10 4-inches, 4 3-inches and 2.5 inches armour at the thickest point. We got 8 6-inches and yeah, we outgun her, out armour her, out speed her. This is a win for us. If we can hit her. Yay, first hit. She's only doing 15 knots. So I'm going to drop my speed down a little bit because I don't want to overshoot her. I'm also going to bring up the little in-ship dialogue. So what I want to do is put myself in a position to take a hit. Yeah, she hit us. I want us in a position where we can use as many of our guns as possible. So if you look at her now, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets and then all these secondaries shooting. Just hit her with a 6-inch gun. And she's already reporting heavy damage. We've only hit her twice. Alright, I'm going to have to just speed down. Apparently, We can't go above 15 knots at the moment. And the rally turret's jammed. She's back down to light damage, that's fine. That's worried if we hit her that much. So turret jam, this is damage bar. It's fine, they'll clear that at some point. It just means she's not firing at the moment. Yes. Not sure why it's cloudy, but that's not too bad. Could do with a bit more speed out of her. Otherwise this ship's going to escape. Oh, I think that was a hit. Medium damage now. Unfortunately, this is an old rally class. It's an attic class. It's just using the very old rangefinders, so its accuracy is going to be hurt slightly. I wonder if it's that little bit of flotation damage. I think that one hit they've landed on us has slowed us by just enough. Back on run. She's getting away from us now. And she'll, yeah. So we don't catch up. That was an unlucky hit for us. The one hit we've taken has taken 7 knots off us. Alright, okay. We did medium damage to her. Our ship was considered undamaged. Minor victory. And this is a really odd thing, you have to click the X in the top corner, it just feels wrong. Ah, 115 victory points. That's good enough for me. So, the Psychic class is 21 knots and 2 arms an inch. I'm going to call that an end for this video. So, next time we continue the war. We're beating Italy, it's just not fun. So yeah,